Okay guys, so what we're going to do now is we're going to start the build. And part one was the introduction and the unboxing. So if you're curious on everything that comes with this model, you guys can check that out. I think the first thing that we got to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to make sure that the parts are nice and clean, and that if there's any release agent or anything, that's all taken care of and that's not on. So I'm going to put the rubber band aside for now. So I think that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to wash everything in warm soapy water, not hot. We're going to wash it in warm soapy water. You can see the decals. We'll leave those in the box for now. All right, let's put the box aside. And like I said, we're going to go over to the sink, and not hot, but I'm going to use warm soapy water. I'm going to use some dish soap. And what I want to do is I want to make sure there's no release agent on any of the parts. So why don't we take it over and we'll wash everything down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash everything, get all the parts, make sure there's no release agent on it. What I did was I put a little bit of dish soap in the water, and the water, I don't want it to be hot, kind of like tepid. That way there we'll get a nice clean plastic. So let's take some of the parts, back of the skull, some of the stuff that came off the tree. Obviously the rubber band we'll keep in the bag. Then we have the tree with the base. And finally we have the helmet. Like I said, we don't have to use really hot water, but we're just going to make sure that all the release agent is off and the parts are nice and clean. This looks like it's coming off the tree, so we'll put that aside. Because I'm not going to paint over this, but we are going to put a wash on. Have him looking at the camera. Lastly, we have his eyes. I want to make sure I get all the parts now. There, that's good. Okay, so we got all the parts nice and clean. And I know this is kind of a boring video, a boring part, but this part is important. So I'm going to take you off the tripod. So we got to let everything dry. And again, this is a boring boring part of the video, and I apologize, but this is necessary. So we want to make sure everything is nice and clean. And when everything is dry, we're going to move on. And I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to think about the electronics. And we're going to put the I'll show you guys my plan to light up the eyes. That's going to be really fun. So until my next video, my friends, on this model build, I'll talk to you soon.